Speedy, back with another video. Hold on, see the glow? Glow crazy, hold on. I'm trying to get a better view of this. I don't really do that, but glow looking good. But anywho, it's a video about history repeating itself, right? If you know anything about history, it will repeat itself if you allow it to, right? That goes for DNA, that goes for family ties, that goes for business-wise, it goes for anything, success-wise, all of that, right? So, one thing that I did notice growing up is that most of the things that my dad did tell me went on in his family, like growing up, is the same thing that's going on, like, with him and, his generation now, with my uncles and everybody else and stuff like that, right? And same thing with my mom. Like, the stories that my mom told me, like, about how it was for her growing up, is the same thing. It's similar. It's a lot of similarities to my upbringing and me and my other siblings' upbringing and stuff like that. So, I don't know if when I was younger, I don't know if I just started understanding early, but it came a time where I was like, this type of stuff is unacceptable. I feel like, well, when I was younger, I didn't know about altering DNA and altering like your life and stuff like that to, compromise the altitude of your future. I didn't know anything about that. Like, I didn't know the terminology for it. All I knew was, all right, I gotta break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? I gotta break the cycle some way, somehow. And like till this day, I'm still doing it. But like now, I understand exactly the reason why most history between families repeat themselves is because, first of all, you're not understanding the root and the origin of, the reason to why things are happening, right? Let's say, for instance, your mom was a drug addict, right? And it's more likely, you would become that, addict, or your sister or your brother would become an addict as well, due to the fact that DNA is transmigrated, right? So we take on, our parents' DNA. We have similar traits and characteristics as them, right? So it's one job to either alter it or prolong it or perpetuate the DNA, whether it's good or bad. My perspective on that is this. Look, if your DNA is a negative DNA, or like you have a negative dosage of DNA, through your parents, and you can alter it, then alter it if you really want change. Now, if you don't want change, you're going to see all the things that happen between your family generation and your generation as nothing being bad. Whether it was, rape going on, drugs, failure, just being subservient to a lot of things that can take you down, right? I know families that their father had like 30, 15 kids, right? And now the next generation of kids, like his kids, the similar scenarios are happening to that family. Diabetes run deep inside of families, and cancer and stuff like that. We all can alter that type of things if we just change the narrative and change the paradigm. That's what it all boils down to. But before you change all of that type of stuff, you always have to know, all right, where did this come from? Where did this start? It's like you ever do Where's Waldo before? You ever try to find Waldo? Like, you have to really look deep. You have to look that deep in order to know, all right, the root is here. The root lies right there. Learn it, alter it, change the paradigm. And then, like, your life will be different than your parents' life. No knock to your parents, but as a real parent, a parent should always want their child to be better than them. If you are a parent and you don't want your child to be better than you, you have something a little mentally wrong with you, because that's not how you pass on a generation. That's not how you pass the torch. As parents, we have to pass the torches to our offspring all the time when the time is adequate. When the time is adequate, when I have a child, I'm going to pass the torch to my son or my daughter. Listen, you are of age. You are at this point in your life where the torch deserves to be in your hands. My job is done. That's the way it's supposed to go. Somewhere along the lines, we live in a narcissistic society now where it's just all about me, and even with parents now still. But yeah, you have to alter the DNA so you can break some type of family curse, because a lot of people who are watching this, believe it or not, they go through a lot of crazy family like cycle like things, man. It's not cool. But somewhere it became normalized, and it shouldn't be that way. But listen, you can alter the DNA. You just have to be willing to do it. You have to dig deep. That's where the hard work, vigorous, mental, spiritual searching work comes in at. How bad, but it all boils down how bad you really want to change the paradigm in DNA, and it all boils down how much you're tired of a certain type of lifestyle. Because I know I am. This is why I'm on my spiritual journey. I've been on my spiritual journey for like 2 years already, and I feel way more at peace than I ever been in my whole entire life. Because of the fact, you see the glow, you can get it too. Just like, shout out to my boy HTO with that. But you see the glow? Like, my skin never been this clear ever. And my hair, man, I started my journey. It's my first retwist right here. Looking good. You know what I'm saying? We on to something here. You know, it's here. But besides that, you always want to change the paradigm, man. Do not perpetuate the cycle. If it's bad, if it's a bad cycle, you never perpetuate a bad cycle. You always want to cut the chains right there, so it won't become as poisonous and as detrimental to the future for you and your children and your grandchildren. It runs generations. DNA goes from generations after generations, man. So find the root. That's all you have to do, is focus on finding the root to things. Because history does repeat itself if you let it. So if it's bad history, alter it. If it's good history, perpetuate it. But, you know, put your own little twist on it. You don't have to reinvent the entire wheel. Put your little twist on it. Pass on to your offspring, they do the same thing, and then the cycle continues. It all matters on what kind of cycle you want. So, but that's my little rant. I'm out. Deuces. Life is speedy. So go. Peace.